A very good morning to all the students of class 6. My name is Prerna and I'm your English teacher. And today from your English book Skyline, we are going to be reading chapter number 12. Do you know whom this chapter is about? This chapter is about one of the most celebrated scientists, Sir Isaac Newton. So let us start reading this chapter. This is chapter number 12 and it is about Isaac Newton. So in this chapter, the childhood of Sir Isaac Newton and his various discoveries are talked about. Isaac Newton was a shy, quiet boy who grew up on a farm in England 300 years ago. He was not a very good student and nobody paid much attention to him. So now there's a conversation between Sir Isaac Newton and his teacher. Sir, could you please explain me what this means? So teacher says, Isaac, you ask too many questions. Concentrate on your studies. So imagine in his childhood, even Sir Isaac Newton got scolding from his teachers. When he was young, Isaac lived on a farm with his mother. One day there was a terrible storm. Isaac, hurry up and shut all the doors and windows. There's a terrible storm coming. So his mother is telling him to shut all the doors and windows. But what did he do? Isaac went out, but he didn't come back. When his mother went looking for him, she found him testing the power of strong wind. So you can see Isaac, he's standing here and he's testing the power of the wind. Isaac, what do you think you are doing? Why are you jumping off the fence? So he's standing there on a fence. Mother, look how far the wind is carrying me. Isn't this exciting? Isaac Newton kept on studying, and when he grew up, he became a mathematics professor at Cambridge University. Have you heard what's happened? Isaac has become a maths professor. I've heard that he's teaching at Cambridge University. Who would have thought that Isaac would one day teach others? So these are the teachers of Isaac Newton. One day, Isaac was back home walking around his farm. He saw an apple fall from tree to the ground. I wonder why these apples always fall down on the ground. Why do they never float upwards? Does everything fall downwards? So, Isaac Newton was wondering that why everything or what makes things fall to the ground or what makes human beings stand grounded. What is it that holds human being to stay grounded and human beings don't float. These trees or these fruits, they never float. So what happened? Finally, he declared, I have found that everything pulls all other things to itself by a force called gravity. Gravity is what makes an apple fall down and not flow away. So this was the law of gravitation, is one of the most important and one of the most famous laws or theories that was given by Sir Isaac Newton. Newton also said that it was gravity which made the earth and comets go around the sun. For a long time, people didn't believe in his theories. Then, the appearance of Halley's comet, just when Edmund Halley had predicted it using Newton's idea, was enough to convince them. This is a miracle. Halley's comet has made its appearance exactly as predicted. One day, Newton bought a prism at the village fair. So, you know what is a prism? It is a triangle sort of a structure or a pyramid shaped structure. It is, of course, triangle in shape. So, in the coming lines, we'll understand what a prism does. What a wonderful piece of triangular glass this is. So, this is a prism that Sir Isaac Newton is holding. I can see so many colors when the sun shines on it. So it's a glass, and but when the sunlight is falling on it, on the prism, Sir Isaac Newton found that many colors were there, not just the yellow color or the color of the sunlight, but there were many colors. So what did Sir Isaac Newton do? Does this mean that sunlight has so many colors hidden in it? What is it? I have to find out. So, scientist mind full of curiosity. To find the answers, Newton had to do some experiments. He first adjusted his blinds to get a very thin beam of sunlight to hit the prism. So, you know what blinds are? So, blinds are those long generally long curtains which are generally made of plastic, so it's not and there are many in number, and mostly you will see them white in color, so those are called as blinds. So what did Sir Isaac Newton do? He kept the prism on the table and he opened the blinds in such a manner that only a ray of sunlight would hit the prism. So did he find something? I'm going to let this thin beam of light hit the prism. Look at this. The light has broken up into many wonderful colors. So when that light hit the prism, there were several colors that came. Let's say this was the prism. So from one side, the light came, and on the other side of the prism, Sir Isaac Newton could see a lot of colors. Newton had discovered that sunlight, which looks white in color, is actually made up of many different colors. In fact, you can see this in nature too, in a rainbow. So what you can do is this prism experiment. You can also do it in the science lab of your school. So you can ask your physics teacher to show you this experiment, that how a sunlight, when it hits the prism, it breaks into 7 different colors. And what is the code what is the name for these 7 colors? Vibgyor. That is the 7 colors of the rainbow: violet, indigo, blue, yellow, green, orange and red. All right, so I'm sure you enjoyed reading about Sir Isaac Newton, and you can of course read more about him and his discoveries. Thank you so much.